This is the Mazda RX8, and I'm losing my voice a little bit. Can you tell? This car has been requested for so long by basically all of us JDM boys. And so today, I finally unlocked it. For those of you who don't know, you have to do certain challenges to unlock certain cars in Need for Speed Unbound online. Would I use the car? Yes, I want to use the car now. I want to drive it stock. This is such a cool car. Oh, mate. This is revving so freaking high. I have so much to talk about this car. I'm sure there's many of you, if you're based in Europe, that have considered, like, oh, wait, what? Why is the engine displacement so low? Why? We could buy one of these and insure it as a first car, surely. And then you find out, no, it's not quite like that. The official displacement number of this car is actually really low. And so insurance companies in the UK, and probably in a lot of Europe, basically dictate how you can insure a car based on the lower displacement you probably find. Well, that's not the case for this car. It may have been a workaround in the past, but no, doesn't quite work like that, unfortunately. So this car is super sick. It's a Mazda RX8. It's the last of its kind of style, hopefully not for much longer. No, it'd be nice to get another one of these. Come on, Mazda, hurry up. But today, of course, it's Need for Speed Unbound. We need to customize it. I've been playing a heck of a lot of the online, and we have some money to spend on this beautiful car. Let's get it done then. Jump into rise, jump into style, jump into body. This is super important because, well, because this car hasn't been on the game, everything here is new. The standard kit, not good enough. What is that front bumper? That looks properly Mazda. So these are officially, of course it's a bloody Mazda. We've got a Speed Hunters kit, which is absolutely insane. Those are usually like the crazy balls to the walls options. They're just going for the biggest and the best. And then we've got a Rocket Bunny kit as well, which looks sick. To me, I'm going for the Speed Hunters kit. It's cheaper for some reason than the Rocket Bunny, but I think it's worlds better. And of course, we'll probably go in there and customize things individually at the same time. I don't like to just stick with one thing. I like to mix and match, and we're going with the Rocket Bunny. Yes, indeed. It's pretty cool that you got the carbon option and also the more kind of smooth match option too. No headlight options, which I've noticed is a trend because they've gone like, oh yeah, well, basically people can paint their lights now. We don't need to have options. I still want LED lights. Okay, that's the first thing I look to see if my car has available aftermarket. So once again, we can change the front grille. I kind of like the Rocket Bunny one. The carbon splitter, which is probably the most aggressive option there, right? It is. We could also just delete it. Oh, wait. Oh, we can't delete the front bumper of this. Oh, you know, I kind of like... That's kind of sick. The mixing and matching is super cool. Canard options. We've already got the most aggressive, but there are more toned down versions, just in case you want it. I don't know if they really suit this kit, but in case. The fender kit, of course, we can bring it back into stock, or we can have the more tame Rocket Bunny kit. I mean, that's ever been uttered before. The more tame Rocket Bunny kit. What in the Christ? The side skirt options, and of course the rear fenders. I really like the aggressive cutoff at the rear. That instantly to me screams Keisel. He's had an effect on Need for Speed, whether he built it or not. That's like a Keisel style. So of course you can go without the wing, but that would be really odd. You need a big old wang on this beautiful boy. There's a lot of options, all of them very sick. This might be the first time I'm just gonna stick with pretty much the whole kit and nothing but pretty. Maybe I changed my mind. We're going for the edge. Thank you for letting me mix and match. Please tell me we have got some aftermarket tail lights. Oh, we do. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that those are there. So happy. Diffuser options. Once again, I'm probably going to... No. Carbon. I mean, from one carbon piece to another one. And of course, the exhaust customization, which is currently standard. Probably just gonna go for that one. You might have noticed in the actual stance tuning, it already kind of lowers the car when you put one of these kits on, which is really nice to see. It might explain why we saw the issues with the fitment on some of the cars. Because if you choose different fenders, for example, like it doesn't quite sit right. Like there's no rake option like there used to be where you could kind of tilt. The deed is done. This is what I've ended up with. I know it's gonna be a bit of a mixed bag. There's gonna be people that like some parts and don't. The wheels, I always want to use these wheels, but I don't like any cars that I think it would fit, so I never build them. But I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it looks pretty sick. Now, question is, with that weird rear door, will these now open? Because you've got the bolt-on kit and you've also got the splitter, the skirt. It might be an issue. Now, because this is the first time we've got it in Need for Speed, of course, we can have the basic option. We can also go through and see what other engines we can possibly go for. This jumps it to 573 horsepower with a potential 800. So it looks like the stock engine may be thrown out pretty quickly in these things. However, you can also go V12? Why on earth? A flat 12? Flat 6? There are so many engine options for this car, and you can potentially get this thing up to basically 1,000 horsepower. I'm actually going to be buying the super upgrade because I want to get this thing to A class. Again, we're not quite in the place where we're just going to be banging out all the performance parts. I actually need to tactically build my cars so I can use them in PvP events. And right now, I need an A-class car. So there's no point swapping the engine because that's just going to completely throw it in the wrong direction. We've got super parts now, which make it fly. Holy crap. I'm going for the twin turbos. Very, very epic. And then, of course, the NOS upgrade. Well, that could be an easy one. We need to go to the top of 8. Holy crap. Well, that didn't take long at all. All we can squeeze out of it is these, because as soon as we go to 210, that's out of the class. So 209, that's good going. Here she is. I love that you can change the color of the lights now. That's super, super sick. Anyway, I am really hoping that we can get some event action going on here with some A-class. Most people try and jump into like S+ or S+, as you can see, but no. It's not happening. This is not an S+ car. It doesn't match that class to me. Let's try and start one ourselves. This is probably the best way. People realize that it's possibly the Pants Man, and they're like, yeah, maybe we should probably join that. Someone joined. It's one person, but it's more than, well, it's what I need. It's the requirement. We've got an R32 Skyline against my RX8. This is Need for Speed, ladies and gentlemen. This is Need for Speed. I completely forgot to change the plate. I've been really lacking on doing that. Come on, let's get it. God, you gotta rev so high. Good old launch. He's spinning. Watch him quit. I've actually always been curious what happens if someone quits a speedless. I genuinely have no idea. Do they all of a sudden like just end, or do I just get to finish it on my own and then get no money? That would be really, really annoying. This thing feels nice and smooth. Of course, we are just A-class, but I'm loving this. Adding all the cars that they have, the Eclipse, this, and of course, adding a mixture of some of the supercars too. We've got the new Bugatti to check out as well. That's going to take a while. However, it's pretty damn cool that it's in the game. I think I remember saying with Need for Speed Heat, that game really focused on the supercar editions. I think it's safe to say the lower end cars got a little bit more of a buff in this game. Generally, overall, still adding quite a lot of either or, but the lower end cars, I feel like, got a decent bit of love. Not that just nothing but Lamborghinis. I love this route. The amount of times I've like jumped and landed on someone is pretty insane. Oh my God. Oh, bend it. I didn't know which way I wanted to go. Do not let that Skyline pass. No way. They're like right at the end. It's not happening. He's done it. That's 1 of 3. Smashed it. See, what I like about doing the builds online as well is that we're almost progressing at the same time. We're doing something. We're trying to unlock something. Like, although the multiplayer I did say was lacking, I've definitely been enjoying it a hell of a lot more than I initially thought I would, which is so good. Considering that, yeah, it is a pretty basic multiplayer. There's speedless, and that's pretty much it. I've got to be hopeful that they're going to be adding cops and stuff a little bit later on. However, right now, I am seriously enjoying it. You can probably tell I'm like, what, level 26 or something? I am definitely planning to do some live streams and stuff with the multiplayer as well. So if you are interested in unlocking anything specific, of course, let me know. And we'll try and do it. Because if we do it together, it saves you time trying to invite people and having maybe no people join. I have 1. That's another win for the RX8. Man, it's been so long since we have the 7 and 8 together in Need for Speed. It just feels right. Now we need the 32. I don't know where that is. Huh? Criterion. At the same time, I've actually never had someone leave an event. They've always kind of stuck around. And it kind of makes sense too, because if you leave, you lose out on all money. Like, why would you leave? You may as well finish and get that extra little bit of cash. I know it might only be, what, 12 grand compared to 16, but I like that they've done that. It really gives you a reason to stick around. I've had maybe 1 or 2 people leave on the first race before. What? No, 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 no. I'm not being beat by the 32 on the last bloody race. How dare you? How double dare you? This is disgraceful behavior. RX8 is so much better. Until my engine blows up. Yeah, that's the reason that a lot of us... our love is short-lived for this car and probably the RX... more so this one. It's not as cool as the RX7, so you can't really go, yeah, I'm gonna live with it for that reason. You find out that it's actually not cheaper on insurance, so that's short-lived too. It's one of those cars that genuinely is better to be in a game than have it in real life. So that's why it's great that it's in Need for Speed, because I can customize the living shite out of it. Can he pull it back? Can he do it? I'm gonna keep drafting you. I'm gonna drift. No! Did we both crash? Oh, we both crashed. Thank the Lord. He pushed it into me. That would have been so unfair. I've had a couple of netcode hiccups where that kind of happens. Get away. What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing? You think you're Billy Big Balls, do you? It's not happening. Get in the bin. So there you go. The Mazda RX8. It's in the game. Get it? Yeah. Get it? Give me that 19 grand. Thank you. Thank you. And if you're interested in car builds and Need for Speed Unbound, check out this. It's a very sick car build as well. It might change, actually, this one. It's a dynamic button.